So the question then goes back to this directive from NERC, because they say that it's NERC that gave that instruction to increase the tariff. But we know that there wasn't long ago where you did announce as well that that they should cut the tariffs. Sure. Was that political?
No, there's no directive to increase tariff. You see, so one of the things you learn in Nigeria, this is a big country, and that's a big confusion. They go together with it. NERC never directs discos to increase tariff. What we said, and we'll be consistent, after the last tariff review, we said henceforth, NEC will not receive any tariff application except a disco has consulted extensively with its customers to provide justification. So what the rush of adverts you've seen in the last few is in a bid to comply with consultation. And we've rolled out guideline. By Monday, there will be an advertorial on the papers telling them what they should do. Two things. This consultation is for whether you are asking for rate increase or decrease or customer classification. There are many customers. I was in I had a phone with a man yesterday, and the industrial customers are saying they want to be further separated based on their load demand. Now the DISCO must go and do consultation. So this consultation is for three things. One is transparency. Go back and tell them why you want increase in revenue cost. What has happened? Two, it's also about building trust. Tell them what you've done. Transformers, it will be transformers we put in. This is what we've done since we took over. This is what we want to do. And this is what we are projecting. Three, it's also for us to have the consumer do the first level of review. So the consumers will contest, contradict those things. And this is the procedure. You have to upload in your website 3 weeks notice to and write to your consumer groups that you have already put on your website your proposal for either tariff reduction or increase or change of customer classification. They go there and study and make their comments. Then you have to conduct 2 public hearings in each state. So assuming you are a disco that has multiple states under you, you have to do 2 per state. One is
public hearing for the sake of public hearing.
No,
it's not for that's why popped up.
No, that's why it's not for the sake of it. You are the disco. It's all over the world. Distribution companies are those one of their cost profile. Let me give you a typical example. Assuming today that they say we now want, instead of 5 years of metering, covering the metering, we want to meter all our consumers in 2 years. This is the revenue requirement we need. They have to consult the consumers. Consumers, we know that you have been complaining about estimated billing. We now want to meter you aggressively in 2 years. What this will result is that our revenue might increase. But instead of 5 years tariff, we want to do 10 years so that there will be no increase. We can cover in the last 3 years of that 10 years. These are all they have to go back to consumers and let them know what they plan. So before they now come to NEC with application, with the consumer's complaint, so they are filing. In the past, they would just file to us. This is what we need.
So NEC did not instruct the discos to increase tariff?
No. NEC says any disco that wants to review its tariff should commence consultation. Now, that does not mean your tariff is going to increase or NEC will approve it. That's one. Two, the tariff that's running showed us now is the tariff we have approved for 5 years. We do a 5-year tariff plan. So which means every year has its own cost profile. Now, take Ibadan. Why is Ibadan less than Eco? Many reasons. Ibadan fixed cost might be low. Ibadan has a larger consumer base, so they can spread those costs among larger people. Enugu pays more than Eco. Abuja is 750 today for fixed charge. Jos is higher. So what we did in 2012 was to unbundle tariff settings so that you don't have to, today we're talking about federalism, centralizing. We say, why can't each disco tailor its tariff to meet its local need? So if you are in Eco today, Eco has a very small residential tariff relative to if you compare with Enugu. Why? Because Eco has more of industrial commercial consumers. So the density in Eco is dense. The city is dense. So you don't have to run too much cable in Eco to serve 500 households. But if you go to Yola, for example, where you have swat of land, the cost will be higher.
Mr. Madi, I think your point is very well made, but one has to ask why it is that it's just fixed tariff, which is where a lot of people have issues that are going up. They want the tariff that's not fixed. It was saying, it's not going up.
No, they're going up. If you look at the model,
they might go up.
No, but going up.
But why is it that they can't maintain a fixed charge? And then let's see how the other tariff does.
You know what fixed charge is? Fixed charge recovers for fixed capital costs. For example, If in 2016, Ibadan wants to ensure more reliability, people talk about we want more reliable power. What does that mean? It means more investments. So they're going to make more investment on capital cost and depreciation. But let me make this point. Part of this consultation is that the discourse says people are complaining about fixed charge. We want to make it pro rata. We want to talk to our consumers, whether they would prefer us to make, as you consume, you pay fixed charge. So when you don't consume, you don't pay. So this consultation is actually a bold move to democratize the regulation. You see, Nigerians complain, oh, this discourse fix our tariff. And NEC has done what no regulator has done in Africa. It's done in the US. We are saying we will not take your case. Go and consult to all customer classes. Give them the full tariff. Don't assume they don't know what it is. Let everybody hire their own experts to review the cost. Before we take your case, we must find those complete folders showing we had this in the ECO, where's the Nikeja, we met these people, this is what they said, we told them want to increase, they say no, and then we move on to take that. So what we've done really is to say,
just quickly, before we round off on that point, what happened in May when there was no electricity in many parts of this country? And NERC too was silent.
No, we issued a statement clear to all the media saying two things. We said we apologize. Secondly, we said that first, the normal vandalism, but then...
You apologize on behalf of the disco?
You see, as a regulator, we have to apologize to say the country got rock bottom. It was perfect storm. NGC, the gas supplier, were on strike together with the oil workers. If you watch, on the 27th, a day or two before handover, power supply to Abuja was 15 megawatts because there was no gas supply. It was strike action. The next 2 days after, it ramped up to 200. So if you look at today's generation, since last week, we've been about doing 3,600 to 800 megawatts. During that period, we are doing less than 1,000, sometimes 2,000. So it was the strike action by the diesel workers, by gas suppliers, workers, that collapses the grid as it were. So really, we issued a statement, which is our job to say, Nigerians want to inform you this is what has happened. But the discourse also, I know of Abuja issued a public statement saying, we are sorry, we are only receiving 15 megawatts.
Let me get Mr. Balogun off, so he's been hanging off for a while. Mr. Balogun, could you then tell us, now that they have spoken about, look, they need smart meters, what is the next step for you?
Yes, the smart meter is available. Simply, the smart meter is available, but the smart meter is available, but NEC needs to come out with a regulation guiding the smart meter implementation. What is the technology are we riding on? They need to come out with a policy on smart metering. That's the first thing NEC has to do. It has to be inclusive in the metering code. That is what.
Okay, we'll have to go, but not to worry. We'll revisit this matter because we don't even touch the questions that many have. Consumer issues are always huge. Thank you very much.
But let me tell you that we have the smart meter regulation today on our website, so probably you should go and check it. Yes, we have been there since 2013. NEC has built a Rolls-Royce regulatory framework. It's there. It's just we need supply. Go to our website. Since 2012, we have a smart meter regulation.
All right, that's where we have to draw the curtains today. We thank Kola Balogun, who is the chairman, Momas Electricity Meters Manufacturing Company here in Nigeria, and then Dr. Sam Amadi, chairman, NERC. Thank you both for coming on today. So that's the program today. We thank you all for watching. We'll see you next week. I'm Chamberlain Uso.
Oh, thank you. I'm Maope Ogun.
And thank you. I'm Nel Taibwe.